name's Kenneth Bird. My company is Black Series Edition LLC with gunmetal crystal H technology screens, and our new company under Fusion Light Energy, Visual Tech. We're going to have our FLE-VT company, and it's going to involve the new Infinity 7 spray-on, professional spray-on application with our new Infinity 1 black contrast game. All right, I wanted to do a demonstration more on the black versus black with the fabric, but the fabric surface I have is not stretching well around the surface, so I'm just going to go to Amazon and just order some black velvet. That's what I'm going to get, because that'll work just fine. We've done black velvet before, but I want to do it again. I want to make that special screen like I said I wanted to design. Right now, I'm using my desk. I'm using my 4,000 lumen projector, which is my Sony BPL FA30. Price for that projector cost me around 300 bucks. And then to the table, I'm using my 50 lumen Maxonic, if I'm saying that correctly, projector. And I see we got 50 lumens to the table, 4,000 lumens to the screen. I told you our technology is known for doing that. We have a demonstration. We have a 1,000 lumen projector versus a 5,000 lumen projector. It shows you how amazing the gain is. This one, table's laying flat to the ground, so we got plenty of light making contact to the table. And then we have a window projection screen that was made using a dirty old window. The screen is actually made out of a dirty piece of plywood. Oh, man. Now, I have done these demonstrations on gray and white screens, as I showed you in demonstrations when I started showing off the desk projection screen, that it doesn't make a difference if we use a gray screen, use a white screen, it won't register on the desk. No matter what projector we use, whether it be 4,000, whether it be 50 lumens, it doesn't register. And the reason why I say that is because I get some people saying, well, you're using a 4,000 lumen projector in your demonstration. That's the reason why your images pop up the way they do. Over on the splatter screen, 4,000 lumen projector does not read. So again, any projector we use in our demonstration, it doesn't work on gray or white. Oh, and I got my... So you can see my white levels come up nicely on my tabletop projection screen. I still have my computer running through my 50 lumen projector, and we have our Fire Stick running through here. Let's see. Keyboard over here. Access to my keyboard and mouse. I can go to Best Buy. So as you can see, on my desktop computer, which I have my computer running through here, through my 50 lumens, I can pick up crystal clear. I can read text crystal clear. Everything comes up beautifully. Now, mind you, I've done demonstrations on this versus gray and white and black surfaces to show you that, yes, even if we paint the desk white, if we paint it gray, it's not going to work. Or we just use any other black paint, it's not going to work either. We can allow that. What do they have in OLED TVs? Geez, $2,400 for a TV. That's crazy. $2,400 for a TV. $2,400 for a TV. Is that crazy or what? There's no way in the world I'm going to pay that at the end of the day. But it just shows you how amazing our white levels produce. Check out IGN. IGN. I used to come here when I used to work on people's computers, and they couldn't figure out why the system wasn't working. That they had a problem with basically their internet wasn't working correctly, and I would come over to help and troubleshoot it. And the first page I would pull up to see if it worked with Best Buy. Oh no, it was IGN and then Best Buy. So you can see in the full environment, we can have our lights on, and we can operate our 50 lumen projector right off our table, which is coated with FLE technology. And on our glass screen, this is a window glass screen, by the way. This is window. This is coated with also too the same technology. I want to go over to, let me see. Pause that. We should have sound for this. Honestly, you should have sound running through this. I don't know why we don't have sound. Let me see what's going on. We should have some sound running for that. Let me see something for a minute. I did hook it up into the right adapter, didn't I? Oh, hit the wrong one. Hit the wrong one. This is what our FLE technology does to a dirty piece of plywood and an old window. It's one of the demonstrations I'll be doing on site. We're going to take some raggedy trash, an old window, piece of plywood, and we're just going to coat it right there on site. Lay it up against the wall. And this is what I'm going to be doing in the expos too. I'm going to have our 50 lumen desk set up. Everything's going to be running off 50. For projections, we want at 50 to 300. If 50 lumens can pull up on our surface, pull that nice white level where I can actually read my computer off my desk, then 300 lumens is going to be a cakewalk for it. Yep, there we go. So I can operate off my desk at 50 lumens. OLED demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
That's why I said the FLE technology has more of an impact if we just use trash to convert to screens. You saw the demonstrations. It's not hard for us to paint over anything we want. Kind of looking at a straw rug. I'm going to convert a straw rug to a projection screen. Kind of a plastic straw, kind of. It's more like a, if you had an outdoor rug that had that kind of a plastic texture to it, I'm going to convert one of those into a screen. They're cheap. Woo, move. I'll be back. I gotta go take care of some business real quick. Basic, simple rules. All you gotta do is follow the rules. Sorry, people. Gotta take care of something real quick. Shouldn't take about a couple minutes. Simple instructions. That's all. Follow them. All right. Sorry about that. I had to take care of something real quick. Let me take it off. It's fast and quick. First time I went out there, hitting. I don't know what they were just. I think they were trying to break the ice up. So I guess they were using one of those shovels. That's not gonna work. So there's a hole on the side of the. Oh, that's gonna sound wrong. But actually, the garden tool hole on the side of the building. I put it out there in its place so that way they can break the ice up a little faster. That's not gonna work. There's a huge ice pack up there on the side of the hill. You get stuck in that, you're not getting out, and you're not getting in. And if you don't got insurance and you run the risk of slamming and hitting the back of someone's car, that's another problem for you. So, to end that nonsense, I had to go figure out where the hole was at. What do they call that? And then basically had to put it up there for them. All right, let's get back to this. Because I heard it clankety clank, clank, clank. That don't bother me at the end of the day. It's just that it's going to take them forever. But whatever they were using, trying to break up that ice is not going to work. So they need an actual garden hose to do it. I'm trying to get that taken care of for them. We're out of the way, Kemosabe. Yeah, come here. Give me the kisses. Raw. Look at me, like my unit is broken. My human is definitely broken. Ugh. What's playing on the desk? We have for time here, but I don't want to go past my time. I'm trying to keep it at 30. Whew, I'm going to do faster than that. I'm going to have to do 2 hours. I'm going to have to pay for 2 hours. There's no way in the world I'm going to do an hour. That's virtually impossible. Some places it's an hour. Some places it's 2 hours. I'm going to have to pay for 2 hours regardless. Because we're going to hit an hour easy. Easy. Just so much. So price tag for our projectors altogether, $375. I only paid $75 for this unit right here. This is my Pico projector at 50 lumens for the table and 4,000 for the screen. Just to show you that when we do these demonstrations, that's why I like to do 1,000 lumens versus 5,000, 720p versus 1080p. My projector hitting the table is a 720p projector, and the one hitting the screen is actually 1080p. So you're not going to lose any picture quality because you have a lower lumen count or you have 720p. I love the glass. The glass is so much fun. I love the glass. Tie that yellow ribbon around that old tree. Just get on the bus. Forget about us. Put the blame on me. Y'all remember that song? Back in the day, raindrops are falling on your head. Ugh. Yeah. Funny how you repeat stuff like that. My dad playing that on a 45. That's 76 or 79. 45. Well, we've done this one before. I've done this too many times to count. Try some LG Foods 4K.
Getting that from YouTube.
And I still get this in the comments section, even though we've done tons of demonstrations on it. It's on a 40-inch screen. You're on a 4,000 projector. Yeah, the picture looks fantastic. We did this on white and gray already. Doesn't read. 50 lumens, 4,000, don't read. Got a splatter screen over there on a box. Doesn't read, doesn't make a difference. Had 4,000 lumens over there, doesn't work. Over here on the tabletop, won't read. So, go check out the demonstrations. As you know, I back up what I say. So you can go through my archives, look for something that says gray and white, and it'll pop up. I'll show you all demonstrations on gray and white screens on every caliper projector we had in our arsenal. We had quite a lot. Won't read. That 50 lumen projector right now hitting the table can read a star field demonstration right off the surface. And some people out there, when you have out there, you got 2 million to 1, or even 4 million to 1, or 5 million, whatever you got at the end of the day, you can't even read off your gray screen. But that 50 lumen can read better than your screen when it comes to a contrast level because the screen's black. That's why. That's why the image looks so incredible. My projector's outdated. It's been outdated for a very long time. 2011 model. Again, it cost me $300. They cost $200 now. And as I said before, we go to a demonstration, show a star field. That 50 lumen projector can pick up better a 100% infinity contrast level off that table before your 2 million to 1 or whatever projector you have at the end of the day can read on a gray screen. And we don't have to be in the dark. Let me see what I'm going to play. I got the food demonstration right there. Oh, see that Sony emblem? Yeah, that doesn't work. That's why I don't understand how they skip all this. This is black. You're supposed to pull that up. Beautiful thing about it is when I get on site, I really do not have to explain that much. Technology does it all. We're going to actually, when we do everything, we're going to leave it in its raw form. You're going to see a window sitting up there, and you're going to see a piece of wood. That's what you're going to see. I want people to see it that way before we convert it. Once we convert it right there, right in front of them, set the projectors up, do the demonstration to show exactly how amazing the technology is. Then we take the gray and we take the white, showing the gray screens and white screens don't function and don't work. And then we do our black on black demonstration, showing that black paints and fabrics don't even match our technology and why it's different. And if we have to do high-end certified, we got you ready to go. Our projectors cost, we're not using any new projectors. I'm not using any new high-tech projectors. I'm using old, beat-up projectors, or they're outdated. That's what I'm using because that way we can show the customers at the end of the day that they don't have to spend the money for an expensive projector to fix the screen. The screen does the work, unless you got a knockoff. We can't support it at all, period. I'll go for time.
Okay.
In fact, I'm going to do this one. Oh, they got a whole lineup in here. Cool. Let me get people saying that, oh, it's over for you? We're going to be on site this year. I got my plans. And we have 40 locations with this technology. I got people that are right now talking about setting up events for our technology. We're going to be out there and on here at the same time. So, again, no. As I walk around downtown and different places, I see that people are using all white screens and they don't know about black technology. They don't know this stuff even exists. And that's what we're going to do. That's why we have the 40 locations we're going to be at, and climbing, more than that. And expos and everything else you could possibly think of where this technology is going to be at. So I don't know where in the world the end is coming in at. We still got the Omega technology. We got the LXXVII coming out pretty soon. Nah, we're not going anywhere. We're going to be all over the place. I've done pretty much all I can do to back our products up on YouTube. Next stage is to get out of all of this and go out there and have some fun. Like I did with the dedicated Cinemax, and I had a ball doing it. And I plan to do it a lot. So, no, we're going to be out there. No, we're going to do that one? No, we're going to do this one. A lot brighter. And I'm just going to sit here patiently and wait for my paint, because I am expecting to get my black paint. Chances are we're probably going to buy it ourselves. Yeah, we're going to be everywhere. Everywhere. I saw all kinds of sports bars, schools, conference halls. We got a couple of buildings we're actually going to be doing some work for, that we're actually going to be recoding all the screens over to black technology. Yeah, so I don't know what you're talking about. I plan to be out there blowing up. And I'm not doing the whole mom and pop thing anymore. I'm going contracts, the whole 9 yards, everything. We're taking advantage of everything we can get our hands on. Time to add fuel to the fire. Time to grow. And we got the technology to get us there. Oh shoot, charger. No, that's your fault. I need a charger. Round. Round. Yeah, we got plans, we got things to do.
You weren't made for moderate to
Also on
severe
this
Crohn's
side,
disease
it's
or
really on this
ulcerative
side.
colitis, but Entyvio is. In clinical trials, Entyvio helped many people achieve long-term relief and remission.
I'm definitely going to have to bring me a big battery backup, because we kill batteries quick on our phones and everything. So I saw this little huge battery bank system. I'm definitely going to have to invest in one. Now, the challenge we gave out, this gives us peace of mind. You know why? Because all the trash talk and all the nonsense that we see those individuals out there doing, we can get back to work and concentrate on what we do best, developing better technology. And then they're going to have to figure out how to get that black paint here. Tomorrow, I'm going to send out your letters. So we'll email you directly and let you know. I will copy it. I'll forward one copy over to my attorney so they have a copy of the letter. Actually, we'll record and document the whole thing and we'll send out the letters to you. So we can get back to work. We don't have to entertain this tit for tat nonsense anymore. And you just get my black paint over here. So now we gave you something to think about. If you got time on your hands to do that kind of dumb stuff at the end of the day, now it's giving you something to do with your time. Get my black paint over here so we can get our work done. That's how you handle a problem, people. Don't follow what they do. Don't never do that, ever. Ever. Makes you look bad in the end. Let them be who they are, but back it up. So that's what we did. We gave them that challenge. Now they gotta follow through. And it's not like a challenge is they're gonna at the end of the day going to be something like it's just going to be forget about on YouTube. No, it ends up in court. That's all. So now we can get back to work and concentrate what we work on, and you guys can get my product together, get it over here so I can get my test done. If I have to buy it myself, my attorney they'll be reaching out to you. Let you know what's going to happen to you. 12 million, remember. Oh, look at that. Look at the colors in there. That's beautiful. Let's see something in here. I need to look up tempered glass. Tempered glass. Ooh, stuff is not cheap. How big of a piece do we need? 7 feet, gee whiz, 7 feet by 24 inches wide. That's pretty cool size. That's a 235.1 right there. 4 feet by 7 is 235.1. We wouldn't want anything that big. We need something that we can ship. It has to be tempered. Let's see. Tempered and shatterproof glass. That's what we need. Safety glass. That's what it's called, safety glass. Okay, we need safety glass. Okay, that's a good way to educate it. So it's not shatterproof. But I've seen the ones that you hit and it just stays in one form. It doesn't go any place all over the place. So you don't have to worry about fragments of glass flying all over the place. Well, we want these pretty thick. We don't want them too thick where they're going to be too heavy to ship. But we want it thick enough where basically just, you drop it or something, it just falls over or something. It's not going to crack. That's what we need. So I'll do the research and figure out that. What we're going to need for that. Because I like the glass. The glass is beautiful when we coat it. Now, real quick, because we're running out of time here, just a little message out there. If you contact our account, ranting and carrying on with the challenge we just gave you, I'm not going to entertain it. I'm not going to go on YouTube and talk about it. Nothing. We gave you what we had to give you, and that's it. We're just expecting our paint. That's it. I don't care if you cry about it on camera. I don't care if you send us 100,000 messages. They just get forwarded to the proper authorities anyway, so it doesn't make any difference. But I don't care about any of that at the end of the day. Just have my paint. That's all that matters. Well, let me do this one right here. So for my YouTube followers, no, I'm not going to be going online and saying, oh, they sent this. We're done. That's it. Go back to work, and I'm waiting for my paint. Every time I have to buy paint and say, hey, we're doing a black on black demonstration, unfortunately we're buying the paint because the people who are accused just couldn't back it up, it's going to cost you. Yeah, we definitely got to do glass. And that's a roll-on application. FLE is nice. I love it. I want to save this because I want to come back and check that out. Colorful visual effects display. I find it kind of curious that when I went to school, how come none of that knowledge stuck in my head when I was in school? It's funny, when you get older and you leave school and you graduate, you obtain information like there's no freaking tomorrow. Like a train horn. A train horn's going to be heard between 6 and 8 miles. When they hit a train horn, it's usually a short, then long, or either long or long. There's a different codes that they give off depending on where the train's going to be at, if there's workers on the track, or basically if they're giving out warnings. But mostly it's a code for workers that are working on the track. Read something one time, in my head. There's that. See how that remains black? This is the part I will never understand this as long as I live. As many forum sites as I go to, and with people I chat with at the end of the day, when you have a gray and white screen, how are you pulling that off? How is that going to work? That's outer space. We know outer space is black. It's not gray, it's black. So how would you be able to achieve that? The expensive projectors are going to be it, then guess what? You're just dishing out a lot more money for something at the end of the day. Again, you still can't use because it can't see black at all, period. So how would you achieve that? You're going to tell people to be in the dark? Literally, when I was on a forum site, one guy was saying, well, you know, I could fix that problem by being in the dark. Really? You really think if you're in the dark with a gray and white screen, you think that you're seeing contrast? Or we sent them over some test demonstrations on that one. Ended that conversation ended fast. We showed them demonstrations inside and out. No, you can't read it. You won't pick it up. So how would you achieve that right there? This is my desk. This is my setup. Say I'm a customer. I contact you and say, look, I want to turn the top of my desk and I want to turn a piece of wood into a screen for work. How would you, can I see a 100% contrast level? Can you give me that? And they're going to say, well, you know, I can't be in an ambient light controlled environment. This is my desk. You got to be able to read documents. See how you can read all this? Got to read documents. So how in the world can I achieve this? Can you give me this? Again, projection screens now are being used for way more than just being in a dark environment watching a movie. You have your ultra short throws are designed to be set-top box. They're designed to be your TVs. So again, if the TV doesn't have to be in the dark, your projector screen. That's why we have ambient light projection technology. That's what it was designed for. Not to be used in dark environments, to be used in fully lit environments. So if I'm a customer and I want to turn a piece of plywood and a window into a projection screen, I want to do one for visual mapping, and I want to be able to pick up contrast levels. How would I be able to look at the universe on my screen in a fully lit environment without being trapped in the dark and read paperwork at the same time? Because you can't do it. You can't do it on a gray, you can't do it on a white. So guess what? What do you tell that customer at the end of the day? Do you lie to them? Not everybody that comes and buys from, I've been doing this business for years, not everybody that comes and buys from you is going to be using a projector for home theater. They use them for just about everything you could possibly think of. Why do you think we have all those different test demonstrations on some crazy stuff at the end of the day? Like the guy was talking about how he wanted to put projection screens on his table. If we had lights over top of it, would it wash the screen? What better way to show that than to stick a lamp right on top of the middle of the screen? We had a person talking about, hey, they want to do this design in an art gallery. They want the ceiling to light up. They want to be able to change the environment at will. Can they have the lights on? Because they have art galleries, displays in there. It has to be well lit. Will that screen operate? That's why we did those demonstrations at that particular time. So with that being said, there are going to be people using this product for more than just home theater use. So if I'm a customer and this is my project at the end of the day, something I'm working on, something I want to do, if I contact you, what are you telling me when I ask you, can I pick up the universe? Can I watch contrast demonstrations? Can I watch movies and sports and all that? Is my setup going to wash out? What do you tell them? Or you probably tell them that, well, you know, this is not designed for that. This is a home theater projection screen paint. It's designed to be used in an ambient light controlled or dark environment. That's what you want to say. What did we see on the other end? Oh, heck, we've done this already. There's a video. Check it out. There you go. That's why I said you have limitations. When you use good gracious, when you use gray and white screens, you have limitations. So you can't do that at all. It won't work. Your projection paint is set up for 2,000 to 2,200 lumens. We can pick up at 50. We can pick up at 1,000 easy. That projector we have right here, we've had that 8 feet back on the screen at 120 inches with light making contact with the screen. We've had it outside too, on top of that. We had it versus a 1080p TV versus on a screen that we're using that was silver. Everything I speak, I back it up. It's right there. Demonstrations are right there. So that's the question you have to ask yourself. When you're developing this stuff, when you're making this stuff, what if the customer does want something different? What if they want to do something where they don't want to paint it to a wall? Maybe they want the entire wall done, and they got windows in the environment. If your screen can't activate and you have to be in a controlled environment, that means you're going to have to make everybody's environment your environment, and that's not going to work. It's just not. So I want my desk done. I want to do a nice little screen here. Can you do that for me? The answer is no, you can't do it. Because you can't read the contrast level, which is needed. That's why I said they're limited. They don't have, we have an infinity ceiling. We can just do what we want. They can't, they're stuck. Because you know why you're stuck? I'll tell you why. Because I don't see customers taking your screens outside and using them in fully lit environments. That's why. It's just a simple thing. I want to do this. See if I don't have to use glass. I can use a piece of wood. A piece of wood, that's all I need, and I can convert that into a screen. Oh, that'd be a great demonstration. Just get a desk built. Make the screen out of wood, everything out of wood. Just leave it in its raw element form, just the way it is. And then come in with that paint can and blast the whole thing. Turn it into a projection screen. Tell me that wouldn't be sick for a demonstration. Heck, we can get a wide screen across here. All the way across here, do a wide screen at 235.1 for 235.1 setup. Drop a couple of 50s to the table. And we'll put up there, we use all old projectors, of course, old projectors. And we'll have a B supply with all wooden desks. And we'll have our screen across here, all wood. And we'll say, this is our home theater, or basically your desk projection screen. And people look at that and say, where? It's a piece of wood. I don't see a screen here. And then pull out that sprayer and just go, boom, just like that. That's why I said I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna have a ball. We're just gonna take stuff in the raw elements and just leave it up there. Oh no, that's the screen. That's the whole setup right there. That's just a piece of wood. That's not a screen. No, that's an actual projection screen. You don't see it? I see it. I see a projection screen. And we coat that whole thing in and we get this. Because technically it's what we're doing here. All this is painted in FLE technology.
Hoi.
Tabletop projection screen and our TV projection screen. Oh, man. If you guys were in an expo, I walk in there with my paint can on my hip, I can just walk up to your screen and go, shh, Starfield display, and your screen wouldn't even pick up. So imagine being at Screen Paint Expo with this nightmare. I can just take my Canon out and go, yo, check this out. Right across your screen, put our name in there, your screen. Pull up a Starfield, anything will come up. Colors will pull right through our screen. Screen won't even register. As a matter of fact, that's actually one of the demonstrations I'm going to do. I'm going to paint an all gray screen and I'm going to write our name into the screen. And anything that comes up, it's going to come up only through that our name written. That's it. I'm going to write down Superior. That ain't a bad idea. That's pretty cool. I think we're going to do that. Get a gray screen, paint it up, write our name, our company's name right into the screen, and then we put the projector on. The only thing that's going to pull through is us. We do it on splatter screens all day. So imagine writing your name into that screen and then watching your image. Only your image, only color pushes through those letters. I told you, when I get done advertising this technology out there, nobody will touch a gray screen with a 10-foot pole. That's why I said I hope you're ready for FLE, Fusion Light Energy. This technology right here is a nightmare for you. Where else are we going to go on here? Let me see. I want to get that other surface on here real quick. We got Sony. I haven't done Sony in a while. Sony 4K demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
Ugh. It's not because people think, oh, it's because, no, it's not because of them. When I was on the forum site, I saw so many gray screens. One of the things I saw that bugged me the most is they take the gray screen and they roll it over a white screen. We've done that one, remember, on the paint. They all do the same thing. And they took the gray screen and rolled it over the white screen and go, look at the difference. You can't read a contrast level. There is no difference. That's why I did the demonstration where we painted the whole back of the surface gray, took a white surface. They all do the same thing. Now, we go switch over and show the contrast levels. They don't read contrast. The colors wash out everything. There you go. Spent $3,000 for a gray screen that literally cannot read a contrast level. It doesn't work. That's the reason why now we got to add the gray screen to everything now. And I'm not talking about gray paint. I'm talking about certified gray screens. That's literally what we saw on the forum site. Certified gray screens. I think it was, what company was it? Oh man, I can't think of the name. Vivistorm. It was Vivistorm we saw doing that demonstration. We tested all of the Vivistorm stuff. It does the exact same thing. Take a white screen, put over top of it, because it's gray. It's going to basically pick up a better, little bit better contrast and a little bit better color, because it's gray, but it can't read the contrast. Since it can't read the contrast, we flip it over to our screen with the gray. Everything fails. Let's go over and I'm going to grab some. Oh, let's grab this one here. We do this a lot, but I want to do this again. See, this is why I get people saying, well, why did you do so many demonstrations? Why are the demonstrations so long? Because there's so much stuff you're supposed to see. Right now, I don't even know I can end it at 30. I can't even end it at an hour. There's just so much stuff you're supposed to see. They figure they don't show you that much because you'll find out the rest of it when you get at home. And you're not going to be happy when you find out. So better you find out everything now. So there's some places we're going to have to rent for an entire day because we're going to need it. It is. Ooh, what was that one? Check that one too fast. I want to check that one out.
Ziploc brown bags with new Stay Open design stay open for easy filling, so you can stand.
Anybody get it twisted? You think? At the end of the day, it's about those screen paints. Because it's not. Because we didn't see you on the forum site. You were nowhere to be found anywhere on the forum sites we're at. These were like high-end, professional gray screens that were up there. All certified. And one of the demonstrations I just saw is where you took the gray screen, rolled it over the white screen and go, look at the improvement. I can do that on gray paint. It does the same thing. Important question is, can you see your contrast? There's a gray surface stand against our black technology. I see apple, barrel. See, can't read it. Regardless. What about that? What about the reds? Can't read it either. It's not going to pick up. Doesn't make a difference even if you happen to pass. If it happens, it's rare. If you happen to pass a gray versus gray test. You still fail because your screen can't read an Infinity One black level. So next to a black screen, you come up washed out. So it makes no difference. It's kind of a damned if you do and damned if you don't scenario also too. So you do happen to overpower one of the gray screens out there, all right? That's good and all. But still, you got a problem. You still can't beat that. Because you can't pick up the Infinity One. So, if I want to use this as my desk, I want to do a nice projection setup for my office. How am I going to achieve that if I can't read in the 100% contrast level? And technology doesn't have the ability to absorb light, which is very important in demonstrations. Doesn't make a difference if you use a 4000, doesn't make it use a 50, you can't read it, you can't see it. This is why when I do these demonstrations, I like to cover everything, because you got people that come up in the comment section to go, well, you're using a smaller screen, it's compressed pixels, because when you use smaller, the pixels compress. And you're getting a sharper and brighter image, and you're using a 4000 lumen projector. Well, there you go. Guess what? Gray screen won't match either. And for anyone who sits here and says, well, that's not my gray screen, there's a challenge attached to this, and please don't cheat. It's embarrassing. Someone literally has to do that one all over again. While I wait for my black paint. Don't cheat. Just show your seals. It says we have rules and regulations for it. Show your seals. All seals must be shown. Showing that the container wasn't tampered with in any way. So as you can see, it doesn't work there. Doesn't work there. That's 50 lumens. Doesn't read on 50 lumens. So it won't read on my Pico, and it won't read on my 50 lumens. Oh, sorry, 50 is Pico lumens, sorry. So I got that a couple of times. What if I just paint the table all gray? This is what you're going to get. Your screen can't pick up. But if I paint it all white, well, guess what? Your screen can't pick up. You know what that means? You're going to have to be in a much darker environment, and I don't even know how you're going to read paperwork. Now, if you can't read paperwork on your desk, imagine when you're in your living room and you want to watch the game or anything else you want to watch that doesn't involve you being in a dark environment. How's your wifey going to feel about that? Turning her living room into a cave at the end of the day. Because you want to watch your game, but you can't watch it because the screen will wash out. Ooh, let's get this right here. That's why when you see my customers are not in dark environments. They're in well-lit environments. Some are even outside. That's the way it's supposed to be. Must be camera tricks, right? Yeah, it's got to be camera tricks, right? It's my cell phone, my second one. Has no settings. Everything's in its factory settings. So it must be camera, right? It must be some kind of special camera trick that we use to make the screens do this. No. I have to be on site on 40 locations. That'd be virtually impossible. And the dedicated that we designed was on site. So if it didn't work there, it wouldn't have worked anyplace else. See that? Let's make a recording of this. That's what I explain people. You really don't want this. For the people who basically made false accusations with my company, you don't want this. Yeah. All right. Let me do something here real quick. I'm gonna come out of this menu right here. Get this out of the way because I can't see jack the white screen in my path. It's not working too well. Let's put it over there. Let's change this. go to red screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Get a basic solid red.
Switch to Fios Home Internet.
Well, that's funny.
$25 per month.
We're trying to get a basic solid red, and the Verizon commercial pops up with red in it. There you go. 4,000 lumens, 1920 by 1200. It's a full 1280p projector, WXGA. Can't read on the gray, won't read on the white on our technology. 50 lumens, 720p. Let me see if we go out of here. Get myself some nice red in here on my screen over here. Let me see. Red screen. When I do this, I see people start leaving the room. We know who you are. We know why you leave. It's embarrassing. You already know it's true. You can't sit there and watch this because you know it's true. That's 50 lumens right now we're using. Told you. I back up everything I say. If 50 lumens can't read on your screen, 4,000 can't read either. It won't register. Because again, 50 lumens is only adding 50 lumens of light, but it's enough light to wash your screen out. 4,000 on the other hand is producing a ton of light to your screen, and it's causing your screen to wash it even faster. So that's why it doesn't work. Starfield screensaver. Get that out of the way. There we go. Starfield screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
So, I want to convert my desk into this ultimate multimedia projection screen setup. So I might want to use 50 lumens projectors instead. Can your gray or white screen give me what I asked for? Now, if you're telling me I got to be in an ambient light controlled environment, I'm going to tell you this is not going to work because I am in a fully lit environment. I'm in an office area, and I need to use as much light as possible in here to read my documents. So what do you tell me? You might as well prefer them to us. Because when they contact us, the first thing they say is, yeah, I got this project, like, what you building? So I'm going to do this whole desk setup. I want the whole desk to display a screen. I want the glass window or piece of wood to display a screen. I need 100% contrast. That's very important. I need to use it in a fully lit environment, and I don't want my screen to wash out or fade. That's no problem. We've done that one already before. Let me show you a couple of videos of what we've done. There you go. Man, that's crazy, man. That's exactly what I was looking for. I get it all the time. That's exactly what I was looking for. See, that dream that people have to do things that are different, we make those dreams possible. So if you want to turn your desk, big old sheet of plywood, and you can build your entire monitor system all out of pieces of wood and convert it into this. Can't do that on a gray or white screen. You can't read. Blue screen. So even at 50 to 4,000, you can't read. See, can't pick it up. Blue screen. The heck did they give me? Blue screen. There we go. Man. Let me get a commercial on that last one. Always get a commercial. Remember, never pick the first ones. First ones basically have the commercials. There we go. There's my blue screen right there on my table. Same match. 50 lumens, 720p, 4000, 1080p. Can't see it. Gray paint. Can't see it either. Black background. Beta fish.
Getting that from YouTube.
I watch the demonstrations on the gray and white screens on these form sites, and they try to keep your focus on the fish and the colors, to ignore that the background that is supposed to be 100% black, they try to keep your focus off of that because it's coming up gray. They see gray, they don't want you to see gray. They want to keep your focus on the fish, so you don't recognize that the background is gray instead of black. And that's why I tell you, when you watch a demonstration, someone's showing an OLED display, don't focus on the fish or the color, focus on the background. That's how you see a liar. That's why they push the camera in real tight up on the screen, so you can't see the entire environment and how it's reacting in the entire environment. And they will always keep your focus on the object in front. Like, look how the water cascades down, look at the detail, and keep your focus away from the outside of the screen. That's supposed to be generating black. So if it's reading gray out here, those colors that you're seeing, you're not really seeing. Now the OLED, when it displays this technology, it points your focus to the darkness behind the back of the screen. Did you notice that? And then they show you the color that pushes through all that black. Black background, beta fish. Can you let me finish, please? Black background, beta fish. Sheesh. That's why people feel that when I do these demonstrations, I'm being mean. At the end of the day, no, I'm telling you the truth. They're going to go out there and they're going to lie to you and tell you you're going to see a contrast level. That's a lie. They're going to tell you that that $4,000, $5,000 projector, or even $3,000 projector, whatever they're using, and that environment, that high-tech projector they're using, that all that is coming from the screen and not the projector. They're going to lie to you. So you're going to do demonstrations in the dark, very little light in the environment, to fool you, to make you think that that contrast level is really coming from that screen. That's what they're going to do. And you're going to go home and you're going to find out that it was a lie. It never really worked. That what you saw in the demonstration, you can't achieve. Because in order for you to achieve that same in that demonstration, you're going to have that same projector a little bit more expensive. But even then, all that, you still can't reach your contrast or your color. Now, you hear me talk about this all the time. And I go to different sites, I go to certified screens, just about everybody. How come Mr. Bird doesn't have any court orders? Not one. Of anyone taking me to court on these theories? Because it's true. And for anyone who sits there and says that our black technology at the end of the day doesn't do what it's supposed to do, we're the ones taking them to court. Because we can back it. Doesn't read. Certifieds don't read. $3,000, $5,000 projection screens don't read. They don't work. That's why we have in our slogan, think outside the box. Because when you have a gray and white screen, you can't do this. You can't paint your ceiling. You're not doing your floors. You can't do that for visual effects. You can't use projector mapping applications. Can't do none of that. You can't use mesh screens, do inflatable screens, even home theater projection screens, 235.1, 1610. They don't work on it. Your ultra short throw projectors don't work. Your Pico projectors don't work. Your venue projectors don't work. None of it works. That's Pico. That's venue. Look at this coming through my table. I'm gonna feed you some food. Hold on a minute. I'm gonna do koi fish for the table. Do something cool with that. Koi fish, 3D screensaver. What am I gonna do for my table? Ultra black OLED levels.
Getting that from YouTube. Save on updates for every room at Macy's President's Day sale. Like the 5-piece Radley sectional 20.
Remember I told you about this logo that popped up? It's all black. That's why I whipped out the cell phone to show you. It comes up on a cell phone black, it's supposed to come up on your screen black. If you're watching on the screen, you should be able to look at your cell phone and go, huh, it looks the same way. Coca-Cola OLED. Now, when I watch someone do this, we know who, we're not going to mention because I want you in the video. I saw you do this demonstration, but you were in a dark environment because your screen had to be in a dark environment. You have to do these in fully lit environments. You can't do them in the dark. All contrast levels must be done in dark, in fully lit environments. See how the black backgrounds on the back of my phone stays black? And see where the screen stays black? Gray screen can never achieve this at all, period. You can't read it. That's why you have to stop doing demonstrations with OLED levels and dark environments on your screen, because this right here, this phone right here, guess what? Doesn't have to be in an ambient light controlled environment. I can stick this right up there and I can watch a movie off of this with no problem. I can watch a star fill in a fully lit environment with this phone. Colors don't wash out. Doesn't have any of those issues whatsoever. No calibrating, no expensive projectors, nothing. So if your gray screen can't do what my phone can do, it's outdated. Simple. Best way to put it. This doesn't require an ambient light controlled environment. So if your cell phone, everybody's got one, you're watching this right now with your cell phone. If your cell phone can't do the same thing that your gray screen can do in a fully lit environment, then guess what? Your screen's outdated. If you got to turn the lights out for your contrast levels to improve, for your color to improve, yeah, your screen's outdated. You should be able to match your cell phone. It's no problem. That's a better way of putting it. I think that's a better way of putting it. No, because I get that whole, we pull up contrast level. Like, shut up, you don't pull contrast levels, cut it out. Stop lying on camera. It's simple. Everyone can do that test. You got a gray screen at home? There you go. Pull up a Starfield demonstration. That's all you got to do. It should match your screen with no problem whatsoever. Any OLED demonstration should match with no problem whatsoever. You can pick up that black level on the back of your phone. You should be able to pick it up on the back of your screen in a fully lit environment. If you got to turn out the lights to improve your black levels, your screen is a failure. It doesn't work. And that's true. It don't work. Can you do this right here? This is called black level test. So we get past the commercial. It just shows a solid black screen, low dot. Go in the China shop. Last thing you want. So you have to read the white level and the contrast level at the exact same time, which means that screen has to produce a heightener, which is that nice white level that it produces, enough to see that little dot moving around the screen, but also to this remain a 100% contrast level at the exact same time. Which your gray screen can't even do because it can't read the 100% black level in the background. So mind you, all this stuff I'm doing here, I'm doing it on site. Heck yes. Now I can read the white dot, I just can't read the contrast level. White surface just as worse. Yeah, we went over time. But like I said, there's so much you need to see. Oh, by the way, you see these high fluorescent neon lights? Do you know how much light we have in this environment that these things get canceled out? You see them around the side of my desk, right? See them pushing off light in the environment? See the ones around the corner? No. These lights get canceled out. How much light we have in the environment. If you're looking at LED lights on the back of the screen and you're seeing the light push off on the side of the walls, that tells you right there the environment's too dark. Yep, I like that demonstration. That's a good one. That's a really good one. Oh, what is this right here? Koi fish over here. Oh, we got some beautiful colors. Let me take this right here. I definitely like this design. So, you know, I say this stuff because it educates our customers on what they should be seeing. You just simply pull out your cell phone. That's all you got to do. Pull your cell phone out. Look at your screen. It should look the same way on your cell phone. It should look on your screen. And I've seen people do this demonstration and cheat. They will have a screen in a dark environment. I've seen two people do it. A couple people do it. One with a certified screen. A well-named company did it. They'll have it in an ambient light controlled environment where the screen's going to play best. And they go, look, it looks just like a TV. No, it doesn't. Stick that thing in an environment. I've never had to take my cell phone at the end of the day. Go, wait a minute, wait, I can't see the screen. Let me go over here in the dark. I got to be in a dark environment or an ambient light controlled environment in order to work my screen because I can't see. It's washing out. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life, right? That sounds stupid, doesn't it? So why is your projection screen having that issue? And you spent more money than you spent for your projector than you spent for your phone. Yep. So for the customers at the end of the day, make sure you get what you paid for. Stop getting ripped off because every time I go on YouTube, it's a crying shame when I go in there. It's a crying shame. All those nice projectors, far better than mine at the end of the day. And you're in these washed out environments. You can't even pick up the screen correctly. In ambient, like dark environments, ultra short though projectors even worse. Because you're supposed to be set up for something completely different. Don't even get what you paid for. It's like, imagine you going to buy your projector and the guy cuts it in half for you. You go, wait a minute. I paid for the whole thing. Like, oh, no, no, no. You don't need that. You'll never use that, period. Like, I know you paid for the whole thing, but you're not getting the whole thing. Buy your projector and only half of it comes in the mail. You go, where the rest is my projector? And you'll contact and says, look, here's the deal. You got a white and gray screen. You're only using half of your projector. That's it. You don't need the whole thing. What are you going to use it for? Honestly, let's be honest here. You want to read contrast. You can't see it. You spent money for a very high, expensive contrast capability on your projector, and you will never use it. So, again, you don't need it. So all you get is half of your projector, because that's all you get. That's what you paid for. What are you going to argue about? You're going to sit there and say, well, I need the contrast. What for? Your screen can't see that. Your projector can't see it. You don't need it. Because if that was the case and this was true, then next time when I go on demonstration, I should see a ton of these P2 projectors that have these whopping 2,000,001 contrast levels and these well-lit, bright environments pulling in these massive star-filled demonstrations, even outside. I should see it. But I don't. Every single one sits in a dark environment. Every single one. And not just the LGs, I see the LGs, I see the Samsungs, I see all of them in the dark. So you paid for something you'll never use. If you think it works, it doesn't work. Now, if all projection screens were black from day one, you would never see a contrast ever on a projector. Never would see one. What would be the point of putting it on there? So most people, when I go to these forum sites, they depend for their projectors to they buy powerful projectors, put a lot of money into it. It's going to give that image to their screen, regardless if the screen is white or gray. And that's where we pop in. We're reality. We're here to tell you, not going to happen, buddy. This is a black screen. This is going to pick up. Do me a favor. Let's go on a live stream. And this is what I want you to do. I want you to go in and I want you to turn all your lights on your environment, brighten it up, and here's a link for you. Put this link on. It's a star field. Now, this will come up in black. Because I'm pretty sure you got plenty of stuff in there to compare it to. And it doesn't. So you have 50,000,000 to 1 contrast on your projector. Are you freaking kidding me? And you can't read a contrast level on that thing? Yep. So people who have these projectors with these insane amount of contrasts will tell us that, look, my screen's washing out, it's not working, I can't be in fully lit environments, I got this whole 9 yards. By the time they reach our technology and they paint our technology down, you know what they do with the contrast levels? They turn them off. So you paid for something you'll never use. So that's why you get half a projector. The color capabilities that the projector can produce, you'll never see it. So you'll take that away too. You can pick up your white levels, that you can do. The lumens don't mean jack at the end of the day, because at 3,000 lumens, and you're less than a foot away from the screen, you still have to be in a dark environment. Do you have any idea how powerful 3,000 lumens is, that close to a screen? And you still have to be in the dark? Then the 3,000 lumens is not worth to you anything either. Take that away too. 4K capabilities? Well, you're not really seeing that either. No, you're not. Period. You're not really picking it up. You have a gray screen or a white screen. And they'll tell you in the forum sites that 4K projectors are not designed to be used on those particular shades of screens. So that don't work either. I just went out and buy a knockoff. So that's pretty much where you're hitting. That's why we show images like this when we go to the forum sites. They think we got these really high-end, expensive projectors like them. The first thing they go, man, what kind of projector are you use? I love that one so much. You have no idea how much I love that one. When they contact me, they go, what kind of projector are you using in that demonstration? That's insane. Should I tell them? Oh, yeah, this Chrissy LW400. And I get the whole surprise face emoji, the wow, like, wait, what? Yeah, that's a 600 by 800 res projector, 720p. Yeah, it has a 3000 to 1 contrast. I paid $95 for it. What did you do? Did you calibrate it? How'd you get it that way? Oh, the screen right there, it did it. I'm talking to somebody who spent $30,000 for a machine. Big boy JVC. Here we have the remote control. I want to do this one right here at the bottom. Oh, let me do that one. Oh, see, that one's already there. He took me out of that. Mother freaking George, I wanted to do that one. Oh, wasn't there one with the fish? Was it Samsung with the fish? Samsung fish. I think it was them. Look at it. Black screen. 4K. Black screen. Aquarium. This is for TVs. How would you even do this with a gray and white screen? It says black screen on it. It literally says black screen. So how would you pull this off?
The key to great skin is exfoliating and moisturizing. Old Spice gives me both.
Pair a GE Profile dishwasher with Cascade Platinum Plus for our cleanest clean.
4K snow screensavers. $50 lumens. I'd rather do the 50 lumens one here with the 4K snow levels because it's harder for the project screen to pull the white levels because it's only dealing with 50 lumens. And again, I have a nice distance back from my screen to the projector, and as you can see how light my desk is, there's a ton of light over top of me that's smacking my desk. So we can maintain contrast levels here, snow levels all at the same time. That's what I mean by being able to transition. I'm going to slow this down a little bit. I want normal speed. There we go. Slowing down the speed so it runs longer. Should have did that before a long time ago. It makes it run much, much slower. So you can see it because it runs too fast. I want to be to see more of it on a table. So here we are, we're showing 100% contrast level here on our demonstration here. That says gray screens, white screens. How would you run this right here? What does it say? 4K black screen aquarium, right? How are you running a black screen aquarium off your screen? Be in the dark? No. Got to be in a fluid environment. I've been looking for one of these too. On top of that, do for the demonstrations. This will look good with the invisible. Have it come up on one end and transfer out the other end. I know. It's a long demonstration, I know. I can't help myself. Every time I do one of these demonstrations, I tell myself at the end of the day, I'm going to keep it short and sweet. I do. But I can't do it. There's just so much you're supposed to see. You're literally supposed to see all this. If someone's coming on, they just flash by real quick. And they're done. What the freak did I just watch? That's why when I watch some of these demonstrations, they show the screen, they show some cooking food or some fish moving across the screen or some tiger running out, and that's it. That'll be the end of the demonstration. Look at the colors. Look how beautiful it looks. No, that doesn't answer a lot of my questions are missing here. Like, okay, if you put a white surface against that, can you show me some contrast levels? Is that screen picking up an infinity contrast level? Can you lean to the side so I can see what the angle gain on how dark it comes up? Does it pick up a lighter image? There's a whole lot of questions I have at the end of the day. You don't have enough light in your room. Can you do me a favor? See the windows back there? How about you turn the camera all the way around so I can see exactly what's going on in the background, so you can actually lift those windows up so I can see how much light can make contact with the screen without it washing out. That's one of the problems I had with the, what was it, the company who did that one, Epson I think it was that did that one, where they had the screen sitting here, they had a window here, a window here, screen here, and a window, I think there's one window here, one window, and a screen in the middle. And they go, look at all the light we have in this environment. I'm like, what light? What are you talking about? I mean, I have screens that sits in the bay of windows with the objects. First thing I do is I look at the blinds. I don't see any objects on the opposite side, which tells me the blinds are on a slant. Because, you know, you give that little light that pushes through to give it to look like the whole entire window is illuminated. But when the lights are hitting, it's transferring downward. If you point it up, they go up. It doesn't make contact. And keep in mind, even if you did open the blinds, it still wouldn't even make contact with the screen. Light's going to magically come this way, turn, and hit the screen? No. Windows here and here don't mean jack at all. Windows in the back of you mean more. So that means that when you open up your windows in the back, for a person who has a bookcase sitting there, not supposed to have a bookcase there. You're not supposed to have any objects, because all that does is block light. It redirects it somewhere else. That's what you're doing. When you have a bookcase sitting there with a whole bunch of objects in it, you're redirecting the light somewhere down. You're breaking it down. Bookcase shouldn't be there. Take those blinds, push them all the way up to the top, and then you do that demonstration. But you have to make sure that when the light's traveling through, that it has to be to hit the screen. You got a sofa right there. So what happens to any light from the bottom that can make contact to the screen, to the fact that you have awnings in the window, they block any light that's basically going to make contact directly to the screen. You have a sofa there. So all the light's going to cross across that little pathway. It's going to hit the back of the sofa, and very little light's going to make contact with the screen. I noticed that in the demonstration. That's why your window light never makes contact with your screen. If you look at the ceiling, you'll see where the ceiling is illuminated, but when you look over where the screen is, it's dark. It's so dark that the background lights behind the back of the screen can basically illuminate light. I see all that. I watch tons and tons of demonstrations. Your sofa blocks a lot of that light. When you open up the door, when the light comes through, it turns and it hits the bookcase. That's why it's light on the side of the bookcase, and on the other of the bookcase where there's LED lights at, that's all well illuminated. That's why you can't make out any of the statues or anything at all, because everything's dark in that section. Yep. Same thing when I watch demonstrations with big companies and they show it in this customized room. They'll take the screen and they'll stick it into a pocket. Danny's done that one. He has in his setup, yeah, his screen sits, projection screen sits in a pocket. The one he sits on the floor all the time. Because if you notice, if he turns his camera to the left or right, you'll notice that all the shades are pulled. He has windows all on one side, so all the windows are pulled. I know this because I watched a demonstration where he's painting the screen in, and he moved around, he showed the environment, and that's okay, he's got windows wrapped all around this bad boy. So when I looked in, all the shades were pulled down. That's why your screen sits on the floor. You give it an illusion that it's actually making contact with light, when actually it really isn't. And when you point up at the ceiling, those condensed lighting in the ceiling is not going to make contact with your screen. Your screen is going to have to be physically on the wall, and that light has to be physically right on top of your screen, so you get that wedge look that shows that there's light making contact directly with the screen. That in the ceiling really isn't going to interfere with your screen at all, period. You can take gray paint and black paint, it'll have the same reaction. It won't affect it in any way whatsoever. So, yeah, with that one. But I saw in your demonstration, your screen is tucked away in a pocket, your motorized one. It's tucked away in a pocket. So when they put that little lip, that little wall that comes up on this side, a little ledge over top of it, and they tuck that screen in there, any light that comes from the window, it's going to hit that wall. It's going to hit on either side. Any light coming from the ceiling, that screen's tucked away in a little tiny pocket. It's not going to make contact with the screen. And then what they do is to make it so it doesn't look too obvious to everybody, they make this little, put lights in between here and here, and they each have that little wall system in there. So when the light shoots out, it doesn't go here, it doesn't go here, it goes up and down, but it's controlled within that little wall system that they have back and forth. But they use it as a form of artwork. Screen in a pocket, little wall here, little wall here, little wall here, little wall here, and they put a light in each one. When you put a shade on a screen, it even blocks even more light because it directs the light up and down. That's what it does. I know all that stuff. I sit there and I watch when people put together their dedicated setups, and I watch it. Now, if you're going to make that demonstration impressive, you get rid of all the walls, you stick your screen flat to the wall, you make sure your windows are here and here, so they can basically push back across that screen, and your condensed lighting is sitting right on top of the screen. That's how you do it. And if you want, put some at the bottom too. Put some floor lights at the bottom too, so they point up at the screen also. That would be impressive. We got to do that. We got to do a field trip. We're going to call it the trickery of home theater setups. Show you this stuff at the end of the day, what you need to look for. And this is why I got customers that come in and watch my stuff, and later on I go out into the field and look and I go, oh shoot, he was definitely right. I see it. Yeah, you see it. Little pockets where they stick them in. And then they put that same design all the way around, and there'll be lights in between each one of those. Little tricks they use. It's not just them. Certifieds do it all day long. You ever watch a certified demonstration with one of the big companies, and the guy goes, you know what? I'm tired of you, this projector. Let's go get this piece of crappy old projector in the background that we have back there since 1992. You ever seen that happen before? No. They go in and they pick in a high-end projector. They bring a specialist in to calibrate it, to make sure everything, the colors all are just right. They stick it in an ambient light controlled environment and go, voila, this is how our screens perform. And you get home, you go, what the freak is this? Yeah, because you didn't have that $50,000 projector, or $30,000 projector, or $20,000 projector, whatever the heck they were using in that demonstration, and you didn't have a specialist come and calibrate your machine at the end of the day. And you also do it in an ambient light controlled environment. So when you bring it home to reality, with your projector at the end of the day, doesn't cost that kind of money, not calibrated, and again, in a fully lit environment, what happens? There you go. That's what happened to the customer who had the LS800. Screen sucked. It was a gray screen. Didn't work at all. That's why I was watching the Elite screens. You notice when the guy was walking down the hallway, that his camera was picking up this nice bright image, but the minute he walked into the room, the camera started fluctuating because it was having problems adjusting to the light in the environment because it was dark. And if you notice, if you looked in the environment very carefully, you'd have noticed that all the lights were behind the back of the screens. They were all definitely on dimmers, and all windows were blocked with projection screens. Only projectors they were using in the environment were short throw and ultra short throws. That's what they were using in their demonstration. They would have hated me in there. I'm like, what the freak are we doing in here? Why is it so dark in here? Coming with a flashlight, big old floodlight. And can you get him out of here, please? Yeah, they would hate me. They would definitely hate me. But everybody else goes in there because they want to be yes men at the end of the day. They want to be on board with them. They'll say whatever they got to say. Oh, it looks fantastic. It's a great looking screen. I freaking love it. It looks amazing. We tested all your stuff. We know. And for people saying, oh, there's no yes, there is. Look at the JM Go projector. They did a Kickstarter program for that thing. They showed this little cube, and I found the guy coming in and taking the cube and pointing at the ceiling, pointing at the floor and the walls and stuff, and had this real well-lit, bright environment that was super bright, and AI freaking projections coming off the screen to make it look like you were getting that at the end of the day. And then we popped up on their site and said, hey, your projector's 4K. And it was like, oh yeah, it's a 4K projector. It's definitely 4K. Because that's what I saw in your promo demonstration. 4K this and 4K that and 4K this and 4K that. What's your resolution count? I've been to your website. I can't find the specs on that machine. It just says 4K. What is it? It's 4K. No. There's two different versions of 4K. What 4K is it? What is the base of your projector? What is it? Is it native 4K? Or is that pixel shifting technology you're using? It's 4K, but it's using pixel shifting technology, which makes it 4K. No. That's not right. That's not right at all, period. What is the base of your projector? Asked them that 4 times, and he finally broke down and said, okay, it's a 1080p base projector. So when you're on the Kickstarter program and you were showing off this projector, did you mention it was a 1080p base projector? That's the base of it? No, you didn't mention that at all, period. That's why we got the screenshot of it, whoop, like I did Valva, showing that the projector is a 1080p base projector. You know what makes a projector just like that? ViewSonic, and guess what it is? It's for native 4K. Native 4K, same price, native 4K. Valve did the same thing too. We had Valve, but we got them in a room. It was easier to get JM Go to crack than with Valve. Valve fought for a little bit. Then other people started getting on, like, answer its question, answer a simple question. What's the base of your projector? And they finally said it was a 1080p base projector and used a 4K pixel shifting technology, which means technically at the end of the day, you bought an overpriced 1080p projector with a 3,000 to 1 contrast attached to it. Same thing like the projection screens and projectors and all that stuff. There you go. So everybody who bought that projector got bamboozled. And then they get home, try to do the same thing as the AI projection does, and they find out it doesn't work. Can't read your contrast because it doesn't work at all. You buy the screen, that's even worse. That still doesn't even work. Got ripped off. And then you contact us because you see us up there with a $60 NEC projector at 150 inches, pulling off star fields, off ceilings and all this. And you're thinking, maybe these guys can fix the problem. But you contact us and we say, sorry, can't support that projector. Doesn't work on our products. So then what? What do you do then? Can't go to a white screen. That's where you started off from. Can't go to a gray screen because they don't work either. Can't go near Certify. Certify won't read on those projectors. You know that? You ever seen Black Diamond, any one of them companies come out with one eyewall? They don't use those projectors. Never. They don't work. Even they know at the end of the day they're junk. So where do you go? Can't come to us. We can't fix it. We can't even help you. There you go. There you go. At least if you get a name brand projector, like you get something that costs $300 at the projector I'm using right now. If it don't work on the white screen, it doesn't work on the gray screen, you don't want to spend the money for the gunmetal technology, you can come to us. We can make that projector look absolutely incredible. If you got a knockoff, we can't touch it with a 10-foot pole. Samsung, vintage cars.
Getting that from YouTube.
And they know this already. They know it already. I watched just about every demonstration on iWall. I watched the demonstrations. I watched when they had these lights way up in the ceiling, not the expo, when the guys were sitting there showing up the projectors in this dark, poorly lit environment. And they go, look at all the light we got in here. This projector looks absolutely amazing. It looks incredible. That projector looked like trash. That projector looked like trash. And you seen the spokesperson was doing it like he really wasn't well educated on it because he was messing up on his lines when he was talking about it. That projector is trash. I mean, tell me I'm going to spend $3,500. What was it, like $5,000? $5,000 for this machine at the end of the day, and you had the 150-inch and a booth with a ceiling over top of it, and look it up for yourself, and had walls on each side to block the light from hitting it. The rest of them were on standalones. They had nothing blocking around them. That's crazy. And then tell me that, oh, I'm sorry, but we'd be better, the image would be better if we weren't plagued for the lights. The lights are 21 feet in the air. So my lights I have right now, my ceilings in here are probably about 8.5. So at 8.5 with this much light, what would happen to your screen? That's why they would hate me in there. They would hate me in that place. I would actually, in our booth, we would have 10 times more light than everybody else because we used to thrive in that kind of environment. So I imagine saying, hey, you do me a favor. You take that screen and put it in our booth. I want to see how it works next to my screen. Think they'll do it? Nope. Or somebody comes in my booth and goes, huh, I wonder. I'm going to tell you something from the door. Like, look, warn you. You take that elite screen and you stick it against that screen, and you're going to regret it, like forever. Because that screen is not your elite screen at the end of the day. Nope. I'd advise people strongly, do not take your certified screen and stick it against an FLE. Biggest mistake you'll make. That's black diamond. Put it here in the center so you can see it. Starfield screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
Don't do it. Our technology has an Infinity-1. Now, for those who are saying, oh, I'm not bad mouthing it, it is what it is. We are the ones with the Infinity-1. We're the ones with the contrast level. No screen has that right to make a comment that they pull black. Nobody. Only we have that. What do you think the Infinity-7 is being designed for? It's a screen that's being designed also to give the customer the ultimate screen, but it's also designed to represent that we are the only ones that had the right to have black technology because we actually produce black technology. Anyone out there making statements that you produce a black level, it's a lie. We know the difference between black and gray. Either you're producing gray or you're producing black. That's what it comes down to. So if you even mention the word black, you have to prove that your screen can read a black level. Because if it can't, then you don't have that right to say it. Black screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Solid, 100% black screen.
Searching for treatment
Well,
options.
wait for this to
that's
pass
right for
first.
you?
Then we
If
show
your
it.
day is full of reminders of your condition, your doctor may be able.
There we go. Okay, we're doing it. Black screen. Can't make that statement. Have to read a 100%. Now watch this. I'm going to show you. See how the projector went dark? See how it goes bright? That's because it's showing the pause screen. When the pause screen disappears, it converts to solid black. Can't read it. You ever realize that when you watch do a 100% black screen? Watch this, I'll show it to you again. Pause screen shows a light, right? Take the controller, switch it off. You want to see it turn dark, it's going to transfer to black. It's going to pull the black level, it's going to pop up. Watch. There you go. See? So if you lay your screen against my screen, you're saying, hey, we pull a black level. You can't. Not next to an Infinity-1, you can't. Infinity-1's a 100% black screen. So, what are you going to do? Take me to court and say that I lied? That my technology is doesn't read Infinity-1? You can't. No company can do that. We're the only ones that can say that. Unless you have a black screen, you can say that yourself. Other than that, if you have a black screen, those of you you don't have black screens, you know you don't. Try to make a black screen, it's not black. But those who have official black screens, you can actually say that you have the Infinity-1. Contrast capability. That's what you have. Those of you who have gray screens, you don't have it. The Imperial gunmetal technology we're developing doesn't pick up an Infinity-1. It picks up an extremely dark shade of gray. That's what it picks up. So Diamond can't say it, Dark Star 9 can't say it, Elite Screens, any form of gunmetal certified screen can't say it, any kind of gray screen pan can't say it. You do not have the right to say black. You don't own it. You don't have it. I think we'll make that a great topic. I'm going to get the rest of my certified screens and some other screens. And of course, we're going to make that topic when we bring out the Infinity-7, because that's what the Infinity-7 is designed to do. It's designed to basically pave the road for black technology. That's why we gave it that name. The Infinity One is the one that will challenge your screen in court, so you know this. Or Infinity 7, but it has an Infinity One. We call it an Infinity One gain attached to it. Infinity One black level attached to it. That is the screen, when it launches, that will challenge every screen that makes the comment that you're pulling a black level. Because you're not, you're pulling gray. It's like when Epson wanted to challenge Valve about that whole 6,000 lumen nonsense, and they weren't pulling 6,000, they were pulling 25 to 18. They had to tell the truth. But guess what? If you're out there and you got a gray screen, certified, I don't care what it is at the end of the day. If you're making the statement that you pull a black level, you have just lied, because you don't pull it. We do. Or any other screen that's actually black, like smarter screens, smarter surfaces, they can pull a black level. They don't pull one as high as us because we pull a much darker level than them. But they do pull a black level. So they can say they have an Infinity One attached to theirs. Any surface, that's an Infinity One, that's an Infinity One, that's Infinity One, this is an Infinity One. Anything that's black pulls an Infinity One. And Infinity One stands for an endless contrast level. You don't have a rating.
Craft together something's.
You have endless, you're infinity. So if you mention a statement that we pull a black level, we'll see you in court. Are you going to be sued for it? No. We're going to take you to court and just tell you, we're going to pay for my court fees and all that stuff. Yeah, I'm not paying for that. But take you to court to get a court order for you to remove it. Because you can't have it. If you're making that statement, you can't do it. Because this, when I said the Infinity 7, it's going to pave the way for other black screens. So if someone comes up and they later on develop a black screen, and someone else is saying, well, we got a black screen too. We can sell, we got black contrast levels too. Can't say it. Only he can say that because he actually has a black screen. So he can challenge you in court on that. Let's call it what it is. This cuts down on a lot of the crap and a lot of the lying. When it comes to these gray screen paint products, when it comes to these charcoal gray screen paint products, when it comes to these gunmetal screens, it cuts down on a lot of the nonsense. Can't make statements you can't do. I've never come on camera, ever, and said that our black technology pulls a white level equal to a white screen. I always tell you there's a sacrifice line, always, in every demonstration. Why do you think we do all those white versus white demonstrations? In every demonstration, did one a few minutes ago. We do it in all our demonstrations to show you exactly what you're getting. We're not going to stick you in a dark environment by a projector with a heavy amount of contrast and fool you at the end of the day to make you think you're seeing something that you clearly are not getting. If you do not have the ability to pull that black level, then we challenge you in court. And that way, by what we do, when the next person comes along, that way, that path has already been carved out for them, who develops a black technology. And I'm not talking about Series C, because before you can reach that stage of making that statement to have an Infinity One, you first got to have a black screen. And see how beautiful those colors transfer? There you go. That's why the black is important. If you can't do the same on your cell phone, then you don't have black. You know, it's crazy. When I developed gray paint, I said the same thing myself. I thought I was seeing black all that time. Thought I was really seeing it. I was never seeing it at all, period. So you have to come to grips in reality with yourself. If you can't come to grips in reality with yourself, you will always sell products that are below. You have to accept the fact that you never saw it until you basically have a black technology. And once you reach the plateau of black technology, this is not an easy task. This requires tons and tons and tons of testing. You've already seen people already who've tried to develop black technology and fail miserably because there was no testing involved. You should have 20, 30 videos easily from the first start on this technology alone. And you can do stuff like this. So it takes years, a lot of time to do it, to back it up. And then one day when your product's good enough, you can challenge people to send you black paint and watch them back down. That's when you know your product's good. See all the stuff that I got to do at the end of the day? Not only do I have to develop new technology and test new technology, but I have to challenge people at the end of the day. I have to challenge everything at the end of the day. It took me years and years and years, and lots of hard work to engineer everything on black technology, invisible black technology for ceilings and floors and all that other crazy stuff, inflatable projection, screens, you name it, we've done it. Tables and wood and glass and sheetrock and brick and stone. I even did a stucco wall one time, which I don't do that one ever again. Just everything you can possibly think of. All that knowledge and all that time and work to basically educate people why black technology. I'm in 16 different forum sites right now. And I'm not on here, I'm on my phone typing away, answering tons and tons of questions. And build entire websites, entire environments to basically educate people on this technology. If you think at the end of the day that I'm going to sit there and put all that hard work and let a gray screen come along, a white screen, or even a gunmetal screen come along and say we pour a black level, it ain't going to happen. So the FLE-R-M, when it launches, is going to challenge every single screen that made that statement, and I'll see you in court. Or send you a court order, or basically a cease and desist, or wherever we got to send you, remove it. You don't have the right. Because I find that kind of funny for a certified screen. If you're making that claim that your gunmetal pulls a 100% black level or a very dark shade of black, when you develop a black screen, how is that going to work? So which one pulls it? The gray one or the black one? So if you say the black one pulls it and the gray one doesn't, that means you lied the entire time when you were actually showing up the gray screen saying it does pull a black level and it actually doesn't. Ah, man, I love this work. I love it. I love it. Yesterday I was talking about how bored I am. I told you, it happens, I told you. Yesterday I was sitting like, oh man, I've done all this work. I'm so tired of this. Stuff drives me crazy at the end of the day. And the next day I told you, boom! That energy burst goes off in my head. I'm like, let's do this. It's time to get to work. We got things to do. Charged up. So yeah, when the FLE-R-M launches, remember, it's on. If I go to your website, anything, and I find anything in there that says you're pulling in a black level, you do not have that right. Only screens that are black have that capability. Now, I can't vouch for the rest of them when it comes to the white levels and colors and all that, whether they work on ultra shorts. I can't vouch for that. But I can vouch for the fact that they see black, they read black. That I can vouch for. And you have to come up black, not gray. If you're sitting up there talking about another black surface has an advantage point over yours that's supposed to be black, you have failed that demonstration miserably. Because you're supposed to be black. Blacker than black. Blacker than black. Black, 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 blacker than black. Gray. You pick up gray. That's what you pick up. Gray. You see gray. I love this. Doesn't that look beautiful? It's beautiful, doesn't it? I love it. Freaking love it. 8K Desired Nature.
Getting that from YouTube.
Well, first, before we reach that field, I'm going to send you an email. Say, look, here's the deal. This is my company, so-and-so. So, we feel that your product is basically misleading. The reason why we feel it's that way because you're making statements that you basically pull a black level. Now, keep in mind, some people may want to argue the black level. This is not going to work. Because the difference at the end of the day, that black is always going to be black. Now, if you go to Home Depot and you ask for black, yes, there's different shades of black. There is. But guess what? They're all black. They're not gray. Now, if you're talking about dark gray, dark gray, that's gunmetal technology. Gunmetal is not black. Gunmetal is gray. That's what it is. Dark gray, ultra gray, that's what it is. Black gray, that's what you'll see. Black gray, but it's not technically black. So you can't argue that field. Forget it. Black is black. That's what it is. So I can see that one coming up, but you won't win it. Because it's kind of like you're infringing on my work. That's what it is. And that's why I'm going to challenge a lot of companies near the end of this year on why you don't have the ability to say that. You have to say your screen is gray. You can say a different shade of gray. You can say it's gunmetal. But mind you, those out there saying that your product's gunmetal at the end of the day, before you can mention your product is a gunmetal, you have to literally take out a gunmetal. And I'm talking about all of them. There's a lot of them, but you're going to have to do that. And you're going to have to show this level, because a person has a gunmetal screen. So I got a $20,000 gunmetal screen or $5,000, whatever, in my home, right? I know this screen, when I turn it on, pulls up amazing contrast levels, gray, shades of gray, darker shades of gray. It pulls up beautiful colors. It has ambient light rejection, like the diamond down there. The diamond has that capability. It does pull up better color. It does basically pick up a darker shade of gray. It does. It does all that. Okay? I know that because I put it against my own stuff when I first started out. So it does that. Now, what is the difference between a product that you just said that was gunmetal versus something that I paid that's certified gunmetal? Can you show me a difference between the two? And if you're just showing me a demonstration in a dark environment, my screen doesn't have to be in that environment at all, period, because my screen can generate in a much well-lit environment than your gray screen was just in a few minutes ago. Show me something. How are you going to convince me that if I got $20,000 to burn through in my pocket, why should I invest in your screen? Show me something. Not only can we come on there and show you that we can overpower gunmetal technology, but we can knock them all out if we choose. And we have done it. That's what you're going to have to do. So before you can even make the statement that I can basically save you thousands of dollars, I can show you at the end of the day that you don't have to spend 20 grand for that screen or $5,000 for that screen. We can do better for much less. You're going to have to prove that. And you can't prove that by being in a dark environment that a gunmetal screen can basically do with ease. You have to put it in its environment or higher. And you're going to have to show color levels, white levels, and contrast levels in a fully lit environment where that screen can thrive at. Now, if you can't do this, that means you don't have gunmetal. You have charcoal gray. That's what you have. So when you call yourself gunmetal at the end of the day, you can't say that unless you can show proof that you can basically compete or overpower a gunmetal screen. That's why if you look at any of the gunmetal we ever developed, and I can pull it up on my account, every single one has been a gunmetal screen. Every single one. So our product is more advanced than gunmetal. And we are gunmetal. That's what the Imperial is going to do. The Imperial, when it comes out, is going to beat every single gunmetal screen on the market. But the beautiful thing about the Imperial, what I love about the most, it is going to be one of the most affordable gunmetals on the market for your certified screens. This is a little bit of a nightmare I'm about to tell you. It's going to be marketed under $300, which means from 20 ounces, 32 ounces, we might have a 60, I'm not sure, and up to a gallon, it's going to be under $300. Which means that screen at a gallon can paint a 250-inch gunmetal technology screen, fully ultra short though compatible, can be used on these beat up old projectors at the end of the day, and will pull a dark shade of gray, so dark you'll make me think that thing is black when we get done with it. And no certified screen will be able to touch it when we get done. It is going to be absolutely amazing. That's why it has the name Imperial. It is the best. And for some people at the end of the day, so you know what you're talking about, go to my site, type in gunmetal technology, see where I'm at. I actually developed the gunmetal technology for the sole purpose to show exactly how powerful a gunmetal is. We used it to wipe out all the gunmetal screens. Stacks of them sitting in my drawer. Knocked every single one of them out. And then used our black technology to take out the gunmetal. Do we want to play? I don't think so. So, started. So I can't wait. We got a gold screen coming out. That can knock out a gunmetal. Oh man, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I am. I watched like a half an hour later, like, oh my goodness, I can't do this anymore. I think I live with 2 people myself. At one point I'm thinking, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm so tired of this, man. I do this every single day. It's the same stuff. We never get any challenges. And there's the other part saying, oh, really? Did we just do this already? We just did this already. You got to find something else to do, man. I'm going to freaking lose it up in here. And the other person's like, let's do this. Let's do this. That's literally what I'm living with in my head. Either way, it all works out. Oh my goodness, I swear. I freaking love this stuff.
Wawa pizza is
I was on the phone having conversations with my friends like, man, I'm telling you, man.
gotta have a Wawa.
Some body washes.
My job drives me nuts. It just drives me crazy all day long. It's like,
Some deserve
I want to stop doing this, but then I can't stop doing this. And then I got this other part of me that every time I start talking about taking out screens and challenges, I'm all hyped up and ready to go for that. And then the other part's like, man, why? We done did this 100,000 times. We don't do it 100,000 times more. We've been through this already. Come on, give me a break. We've done this already. Let's do something else. I'm tired. And it's the other half like, nah, man, we're just getting started. Wait till we get out there on site. We're going to crush it when we get out there. That's what I live with in my head. Then there's the other part that says, it's never good enough. It's never good enough. It's never good enough. It has to be better. It has to be better. Keep designing, keep perfecting, keep designing, keep perfecting. We got this already. This stuff wipes out anything we put against it. And now we're designing an FLE-R-M technology for the sole purpose of proving why black technology is far more superior and challenging all screens at the end of the day that you do not have the right to say that you pull black level. And the whole purpose about the FLE-R-M that makes it so beautiful, that is going to pave the way for future people like me who see the big picture when it comes to home theater projection and they want to develop black technology. Gray and white screens, you're obsolete. Now, the white screen still you're good because we needed to paint over top of, honestly, to tell you the truth. But the gray screen, we're done. Gunmetal, still good screen. It's still a good screen because it's far better than the rest of that stuff. It really is. If I didn't have this technology, knowing what I know now, but if I didn't have this technology at all, I'd go buy one of these gunmetal screens with me a diamond. As a matter of fact, if any screens I'm going to buy, I'm not a big fan of diamond, never will be. Not a big fan of that way they treated us. But I do respect the technology. They make good technology. So if I was going to choose, some people have said that, say your technology didn't exist. What gunmetal will you choose? I get a diamond. And a hot second, heck yeah. It's a much better gunmetal screen. And of all the screens I've tested, it's the best gunmetal screen I've ever seen. I'm still impressed by that zero edge. Like, what the freak? Because again, they have that reflective surface and it usually goes dark around the edges. Nothing. That's impressive. That's why I say if I see any company come up with a black screen, I would love to see them first have it. Design one. We're not giving them any technology. It's never going to happen. But still, I would like to see him design one. I wonder exactly what he would do with it. How cool it would be. That would be interesting to see. Because no other company I've seen so far has a zero edge like that. Never seen one. So yeah, quite impressed. Always been impressed. Always impressed by their technology. Always. Now see, you naysayers, you haters at the end of the day, gotta take something from that. I got a company that wanted to do business with us and then things didn't go right and they had a lawyer, sick the lawyer on us. Didn't like how they did that. Now I could come out here and say this stuff is trash, garbage, whatever, blah, 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 blah. I could say that. But no, I don't. Because you know why? Because the technology is good. Maybe the people I did business with in the day, I don't like how they carry themselves. But the technology itself is good. I give credit where credit is due. Now, if one of these yokels out here made an actual product that actually freaking functioned and worked and had tests and everything behind it, I got to give credit where credit is due. It's a good product at the end of the day. It is what it is. Hey, the people at the end of the day that run it are a bunch of big jerks, but the product's good. I don't do that stuff by spraying something on that screen or trying to make it look bad or saying that it's this and that or making false accusations about it. No, because if I did that, guess what would happen? It'd get me sued. Oh, that's what's happening to you. See? That's why you don't do dumb stuff like that. Whoops, we went to stand, my bad. Ugh. But yeah, you don't do stuff like that. It is what it is. It's a good product. Now, Elite screens, Dark Star 9, all of them I tested, all good screens. Got nothing bad to say about it. Very good screens. Just that our technology is more superior. But they're still good screens. If I couldn't get the diamond, it would be the Dark Star 9 would be next. I do like daylight screen. That was another good screen I like too on top of that. Seymour AV, the what was it called? Seymour AV, the silver screen. That was one of the best silver screens I've ever seen. That thing beat the crap out of one of my screens one time. I was like, oh shoot, we got to take this thing down. Very good, extremely good screen. Seymour AV 123, I think that's what it is. I think that was it. Yeah, very good one. Very good screen. Firehawk G4, DMP Supernova, Infinity, and Blade. Both of them were freaking amazing. Yeah, good technology. Very good technology. But they do need a black screen. Dragonfly, never had a chance to get that. I was denied on that one. I would have liked to test it. It looks like a very nice screen. I like how dark it is. It's a very good gunmetal. Definitely worth my time. I'm always, no matter what, at the end of the day, and I don't, like I said, I never want to do business with Screen Innovation. I never will with our technology, but I'll tell you something. The day I picked up that sample sheet, put it against my screen, that was my awakening right there. Never saw anything like that in my life. I was quite impressed. Very beautiful technology. That's why I always have, I have a certain line for the screen. I really do. I have a certain thing for their screens because their screens are very good. It's the reason why we have black technology now. God is the reason why, because we engineer our technology through God's blessing. But what I saw that day, when I saw that screen, that's what pointed me in the direction to go darker. So as a gunmetal wise, yeah, they could easily say they were there. They were waiting for us. We weren't even thinking about gunmetal screens when we saw that thing. No way in the world. But we can say they were the first for black screens. Because they're the ones who started it. They're the ones who triggered us to go on that road. If that wasn't the case and I never picked up that black diamond sample sheet, I'd still be making great screen paints right now. Because I really thought when I was making a great screen paint, I thought I was seeing black levels. I thought I was seeing real color. I thought our product was really doing something
This is gonna be expensive.
in an ambient-like environment. I really thought that product was doing something. Not until I saw that diamond technology.
Hey, why don't we do this more often, bro? Just chilling. You and me.
So now when I go back and I look at my old demonstrations, I see exactly where we came from and where we're at now. And those of you who start trying to push off that gray paint and you're lying to people, trying to make it believe there's something that is not, you live in a big lie. You don't see contrast, you don't read color. Nope, you don't. I didn't really see it. I even listened to some of my old demonstrations where I sit there and say, look at the contrast levels. But then again, at that time, you didn't have the gunmetal and all that stuff wasn't there. Just had gray screens. So I guess at that time, that's what I thought. But now today, with the way technology is now, come on. I like smaller screens. That is good technology. That's very good. Darkest screen I've seen so far. Very, very good screen. Now, for that, whatever Series C, mass that is in the day, how about you contact Smarter Surfaces and put your screen against them and see what happens. Same thing for you. Those mixes at the end of the day. Since you're saying at the end of the day that your product is more superior than black technology, how about you go contact them and get that surface and do the demonstration? I bet you that product, I've tested already, it's very good. It's extremely good. It'll wipe your stuff clean with no problem, I guarantee you. But I challenge you to do it. I bet you they don't even go near the company, I guarantee you. Samples are cheap. I think one was free and the other one I paid like 99 cents for it. The shipping was like $25, so that still ain't bad. And I got it pretty fast too on top of that since it came from Ireland. So go do the demonstration, do the test. We did it. No excuses, go do it. And I guarantee you, at the end of the day, it'll beat the crap out of their screens. Oh, gentlemen, you're known for cheating, so when you get the Surface, open it up on camera, show it off, and put it right to the screen, so that way we know you don't tamper with this stuff by putting black paint over it, trying to do something weird with it. Because y'all do weird stuff like that. I'm not honest. Ooh, big spider, big spider, big spider. Yeah!
We can change the course of history. Fight against repression by...
All right, I gotta figure out how in the world do we get to the filters to the Sony, because I gotta take that thing apart. Where's my filter? Just give me an indicator saying your filters are dirty. Gotta clean your filters. Clean your filters. Filters. Good presentation. I like their Surface. This is what I challenge you guys to do. See that company right there? Fernando and Danny. This is what I want you to do. I want you to contact this company right here, and I want you to do that demonstration against your product. Pick the black screens only. Don't pick the gray ones or the white ones, the black ones only. Put it against your product. That's all. That's pretty much it. If you're going to test your products out, test against everybody. So we've already taken the screen and we passed with no problem, but you need to do that. That's an actual physical black screen. And it does have an Infinity 1 contrast, so it does have that right to say it. Yep. So our screen comes up as if it's gray, but it's actually black. It's because we have a higher contrast level, way higher contrast level, and we have that heightened technology and all that stuff. So ours is a little different, but any other screen is going to have a problem with it. What do we have for time? Gee whiz, we went way over time. Let me grab, let me see. Oh, man. That all day long. Up, and here comes the other hat that's saying, man, I am so tired of doing this and backing this stuff up. Done it too many times. Every time we come on here, we do this thing, we back it up every single time. be nice. I think I've explained everything I need to explain.
Rich, dark chocolate. AK Desired Nature. It just came from the free.
Getting that from YouTube.
No, it just came from there. J and K 4K.
Getting that from YouTube.
Here comes the other one right now. I gotta find something like really. I can't wait till we get the reason why I want the Infinity 7 because it got a paint cannon on it. I can blast whatever the freak I want with that. Have a ball with that. Turn bed sheets into OLED screens. Of course, this has spray seal cannon too. Want to make my desk all out of wood. Tabletop wood. I'm going to make the screens out of wood too. Make a widescreen display. Connect it to the desk. Put it on display. This is our new projection screen. And I have a bunch of people looking and go, that's all wood. How is that a screen? Pull out the Canon and turn it into this. That's how I'm going to do my demonstrations on site. You can watch old dirty piece of wood or whatever you want to call it, transform into that. And the jacked up thing about it is, I'm looking at this in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, it's not good enough. We can do better. This is where I go, this is where the madness starts. It's good, the technology is fantastic, it does exactly everything we need to do. But I'm always striving for more, always striving for more. I'm not going to basically design a new, we got new product lines coming out, but I'm not, the FLE is it. But I mean, it basically absorbs sunlight. How high are we going to get than that? What are we going to do with that? Honestly, can't go any higher than that. But we can develop other technologies out of it. Gamer screens, portable screens, inflatable screens, and motorized projection screens. That's what our plans are, to incorporate it into all different forms of categories of screens. We can't go any higher than what we're at right now. I got 2 motorized projection screens I ordered.
We just toured so
$60 a piece.
making no money. Taco Bell was like the one place where you could actually.
So we already reached pretty much our plateau on how far we can go higher, but what's the point? We got a screen to absorb sunlight. It's just being madness to just go even higher. Well, for what? The next stage is basically to convert whatever we want into this technology. And that's why I like painting over trash. Stuff that you find sitting in someone else's trash at the end of the day, we can convert to this. Same bed sheets that you sleep on every day or every night, we can convert that into an OLED screen. You never look at a box the same when we get done. And gee whiz, I can turn that to a screen. Yeah, you can. I think one of the most funnest demonstrations I'm going to have when I buy me an OLED TV, I'm going to turn the box into a screen and use it to take out the OLED. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy and I'm thankful for the technology I'm blessed to have. I'm more than happy. I just want better for everybody. That's what I want. I want more affordable. Even the FLE technology we have right now, we're working on basically just making it more affordable for everybody. Everybody should have the right to have a good screen. Get what you paid for. I don't care what the haters say at the end of the day. They can call me whatever you want. We gave you your challenge. You got much to do. Right now, I got to concentrate on basically making better technology, more affordable technology, showing you different ways to utilize the technology that you can use it in different ways. We've done bed sheets before. This is going to be a different way we're going to do it. You just go out and buy yourself a $7, $4 bed sheet and convert it into something amazing. It has to go, when I think about, people have to understand, when you develop technology, you have to go beyond the box. You can't be stuck to the wall. That's why I paint to the ceiling. That's why I paint to the floor. Paint the desk and all that other crazy stuff, because I want to go beyond the wall. Curved screens, out curved screens, submerged screens underwater and push projector images through them. You have to go beyond the box. All
When
right,
I meet a
people.
patient who comes in with a complaint
I
of
got our
dry
work cut out for me
cheekbones,
today.
I always want
I want to make our prices more affordable. That's my next stage. So I got to do a lot of math. Well, how much it's going to cost me to make it and do all this stuff at the end of the day. Yeah, it costs money to do this stuff. But I do want my prices to be affordable. Very affordable. So I got some things I want to work on. I might have a price reduction for the FLE. Right now I'm trying to do my best to try to make it more affordable for everybody. But then again, like I said, I'm trying to basically develop a high-end technology that you don't spend $5,000 for screens and expensive projectors and all this stuff at the end of the day. You really shouldn't have to pay for all that. You really shouldn't. So I got a lot to do. All right, that being said, hope you enjoyed. Thank you for stopping by. Be safe out there, and God bless. And of course, we thank our Lord and Savior for our amazing technology, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even have it.